Welcome. This is Bitcoin Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, episode number 24. Today, as always, we're going to take a look at the charts. But first, I'll start with my website, so that you can read the disclaimer. So this is the disclaimer, please read it. And here's the risk warning. Read both of them so that you're aware that trading involves risks. And if you want to reach out to a trader, to myself, you can schedule one-on-one coaching. And I have right now a 60% discount if you are interested. So in that case, we could talk about your strategy, about your investment strategy, or your swing trading strategy, or your day trading strategy, whatever is the case, whatever is accurate in your case, whatever you are doing, we can talk about it and we can improve that so that you get better returns. That being said, let's take a look at the chart. I'll start with the 3-hour chart. And the 3-hour chart shows us now that we broke out of the channel. So I would have liked us to stay in that channel, but we did break out of it clearly yesterday, and we are now below on the channel. But it is not that important because if you look at textbook, you stay in the channel until you reach the 5th wave, and then and the 5th wave we should have reached it here, okay? But that's the textbook, and I rarely find that happening. So I'm not surprised that we broke out of the channel. And right now it does not look like if we get back into it. My target remains the same as yesterday. I'm still at the target that wave 3 equals 3.618 times wave 1. I still think that is in play, and I'm still expecting that to happen. And my stop loss is still at 42,595. So and now we are going to take a look at the last move. So we had here an uptrend and then a corrective move. So we went up and down, and we are going to take a look at that on the shorter time frame. So I'm going to switch to the 5-minute chart, and we are going to take a look at that correction that I just showed you. So when I think about this correction, there are several things I want to tell you. Firstly is that the internal labeling, the label here, the internal labeling is not clear. And there is not one way I can manage the labeling in order to satisfy me entirely. Whatever I do, I end up not entirely satisfied with the labeling. So I cannot give you a perfect labeling for that correction, but there's still, so I'm not sure about the internal labeling actually. Here, there's one count on the chart right now, and we will talk about that, but I'm not entirely satisfied with that count. But it does not matter, because there is something that I know for certain, is that this is a sideways correction, okay? And in a sideways correction, you get a new high, which happened here, okay? So we did get a new high. And a sideways correction goes, as the name implies, sideways. So it's not a sharp correction, it's not a zigzag, but it's certainly a sideways correction. So I'm sure about that. So what I expect is that the feed level 0.382 holds. So I'm expecting us, I don't know when this sideways correction ends, but I'm expecting us to stay above the fib level, okay? Above 53,260. That's what I'm expecting. I don't see us going lower. So if I would have to take a position for the last leg up, for the fifth wave up, I would put my stop loss if I'm trading short term and I'm trading this time frame, then I would put my stop loss below 53,260. But I trade for the stop loss, I use the 3-hour chart. So the stop loss I'm using is 42,595. And so we simply have to wait and see when the correction will be over. So yesterday, I was wondering if that could be wave 1. And after we did break the low here, I can no longer consider it wave 1. So I did change my labeling into an A, B, C, okay, which I called W, then I said an X wave and then a Y wave. In that case, if that's correct, we did touch the low of this correction here. And this move that I did label an ABC could actually be an impulsive 5-wave move up. I can show you what that alternate count would look like. And in that case, we would be correcting wave 1 here. And this, we would be in the process of doing wave 2 right now. And then we get a wave 3 higher, okay? But I'm not sure that that's the case. So for now, I'm giving it a bearish label, still a corrective labeling to the last part we have. But if I zoom in, and let's do that now, I can show you what the alternate count would look like. So the alternate count would look like this. I would put a 1 here, a 2 here, a 3 here, a 4 here, and a 5 here, okay? And then I would keep the A, B, C count for the correction of the first wave. So we would have a wave 1, which ended here, and we would be in the process of doing wave 2. That would be the alternate bullish count. But I don't know which one is correct and which one is happening. So for now, I'm going with the corrective labeling, and I'll tell you tomorrow if the corrective labeling is the correct one or if I switch to the bullish labeling, the impulsive labeling. And I will know that it's impulsive, that it could be impulsive if we stay higher than 53,909. If we stay higher than 53,909, then I would know that, then I would switch to the impulsive counts. But if we keep dropping here and we go below that level, then I'll keep the corrective labeling. So that's it. That's what I can say. I cannot give you a perfect count for the correction that we are looking at, but it does not matter, since I know that it's a sideways correction, and I know that we should stay higher than our 0.382 fib level. And no experts, no Elliott wave experts can label this correction perfectly. Nobody can, okay? If you give it to 10 experts, 10 people who know as much as I know, or even more, about Elliott wave, and you ask them to label, they probably come up with 4 or 5 different counts, maybe even 10 different counts. So it's impossible to label that correction with 100% certainty. But we still know a couple of things. We still know that it's a sideways correction, and we still know that it should stay higher than the 0.382 fib retracement. So that's things we know with a high degree of certainty. And we also know that we are in an impulse wave, and that the impulse wave should subdivide into 5 waves of 3, and that we are still looking to accomplish the last 5th wave. Then we would get a 4th wave correction and the wave 5 up. Now we're still in the process of accomplishing wave 5 of 3. Okay, and that's all for today, because I don't have anything else that I want to share with you today. So I'll just invite you to leave a comment, because I enjoy reading your comments. So leave me a comment. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon, because it's time-sensitive information, and you should get this intervention as soon as it's out. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you tomorrow for one more update. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.